Start the clock.
Good evening, kiddies. Dr. Freedom here with you. Time for some Doctor News. News from in and around the universe. Well, you know the rest. Yeah, I think it's pretty much decided now. Now, this weekend we're going to be doing Daleks Invasion Earth 2150 AD. That is going to be at 5 p.m. Eastern Time because I have to work. And it's going to be the same case for the following weekend because I've just sat down and talked with the guys. And it turns out the majority of us have seen Jurassic World. So what I've told them to do is say, look, sit down, jot down some notes, see if you can go back, watch the movie again, and we'll sit down and give it a good run through. Because I enjoyed the movie. Sure, there's a few things I like to nitpick at it because some things just were really freaking silly to me. But that's what we're going to do. So this coming weekend, we're going to do, Daleks Invasion Earth. Following weekend is going to be Jurassic World. Both of those will be at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so as I said, it's going to be a slow couple of weeks. Sure, we'll be getting some stuff from the conventions, but other than that, remember, there's going to be no filming till next week. Sheesh, I can't believe it. There's guys going, well, Jenna then said something about being back to work Monday. She was screwing around, guys. They don't go back to work till after, I think it's this coming Monday. So it's like, there's not going to be any filming locations out unless it's probably second unit stuff. And I don't know if they have any even, I don't even think any even that's even scheduled because you saw the Instagram photo where they put up the note on the TARDIS jokingly saying gone for 2 weeks. So, okay, but let's get into the news. Let's take a look at what's going on. Here comes the nitty gritty. And this is what we do have. And there is some interesting stuff. Very interesting. Okay, let's start off with, first off, the BBC Worldwide Annual Review has been released. That's right. The Doctor Who features prominently in the BBC Annual Review, which was, of course, published today. Lord Hall, Director General of the BBC and Chairman of BBC Worldwide, the corporation's commercial arm, singled out Doctor Who as one of the success stories. Now, let me say that again for those folks who are going, the Sky Soul, the show, the director, the chairman of BBC Worldwide, and the Director General of the BBC, same guy, Lord Hall, singled out Doctor Who as one of the success stories for BBC Worldwide, which allows audiences in the UK to enjoy investment in programs at a higher level than the license fee alone can provide. Now, Series 8 of Doctor Who, which was seen in the UK by an average consolidated audience of 7.4 million viewers, has now aired in 70 other countries and achieved record ratings on BBC America and the Space Channel in Canada. Doctor Who is one of the BBC's best-selling brands, along with Top Gear, Orphan Black, and Life All, and Series 8 has been licensed to 189 territories in the year. So just to, give you an idea of what's going on there. And, of course, the report highlights the new licensing deals for core BBC brands, including a Doctor Who partnership with Lego. Now, the report highlights that the launch of Series 8 on BBC America delivered the show's highest ratings to date for the channel, up to 19.7% versus prior series, with an average of 2.2 million viewers each week. And meanwhile, licensing sales on the title returned year-on-year growth in North America. Doctor Who remains the #1 TV brand on Tumblr and ranks among Twitter's top 5 most tweeted about original dramas. Oh, God, the show's coming to an end. It's all going to get canceled. Oh, goodness gracious. I can't believe this. I was telling everybody this last year, along with the guy, who wrote that report on the one page called the Chicken Little Hypothesis, where he basically shot down all that bullcrap about, the ratings were doing crappy. Yeah, then you line them up with the Series 7 ratings, and it's pretty much a consistent increase with each episode. Sure, there's a couple that weren't quite the same, and still. But here's where it gets really nice and hairy for you folks who are in the Chicken Little mode. Doctor Who Series 10 confirmed. Now, hidden away on page 32 of the BBC Worldwide Annual Review, which we were just talking about, is the first official confirmation of the commissioning of Doctor Who Series 10. On page 32 of the report, detailing the corporate governance, with corporate governance, the text reads the following, and I quote, "During the year, matters under review included plans to launch global genre brands BBC First in Australia, and New Zealand on Foxtel, and BBC Brit and BBC Earth in Poland, and investments in The Musketeers Season 3 and Doctor Who Series 10. Additionally, during the year, Wex reviewed people's policies and development opportunities across the company. Let's see this again. Investments in Musketeers Season 3 and Doctor Who Series 10. Come on. If you want a full review of the report, it's right there. So once again, this solidifies the position that, yes, Doctor Who is going to be around for quite a while yet. They've already got plans for Series 10, guys. Come on. Now, here's the thing. Is a lot of people seem to think that I was a Moffat hater, Moffat basher, and all that. And Dr. Freedom, you've taken a little bit of a turnaround. I said, I still am disappointed with the way the 2012-2013 series, that whole thing, Series 7, was handled. Series 6 split was not that bad, but come on. In 2012, you got 5 episodes and a Christmas special, and then they ran the rest the following year. And then, of course, we won't go into that whole 8th anniversary era, the Zygons debacle. That's just my thing. But given the fact Series 8 was such a major turnaround and done so brilliantly with the choice of Peter Capaldi as the Doctor, I cannot be angry. Series 8 was fantastic, and it's making me look forward to Series 9 even more. Incredible performances all around. Yes, I do agree with some people. I think the role of Clara needs to come to an end, a graceful end. I don't know. But the thing is, you can't have the same companion sitting there throughout that, for like 10, 20 years. It's like, come on, we need to get somebody in there with Capaldi, really freshen that up, because I can't wait to see how he reacts to someone else after Clara goes, because that's going to be magnificent. But, okay, let's keep moving, okay? Next up. Dr. Stark Coleman, new season stories are more political. This is over on Cultbox. She hinted that stories in the new series of Doctor Who will be relevant to current real-life events. Now, speaking at Comic-Con San Diego, it's about season 9's tone. She told TMS, quote, I wouldn't say rompy, but a lot more seizing the moment and adrenaline-fueled. I think rompy is because, the nature of some of the episodes are not. There are some darker ones. There are some really provoking episodes, actually, I suppose something that has a relevance to some stuff of happening today, really interesting, makes you think, and it's provoking. The actress then added, it feels like a new kind of episode for Doctor Who. I mean, maybe more political, end quote. Now, a lot of Doctor Who's best episodes, even the classic series, are taking on real-life issues and, putting them out in a way that, it relates to a younger audience or an even, a widespread audience, and doing it in a sci-fi format. Star Trek did this back in between 66 and 69. The original series. Some was, the movies and whatnot, but still. Well, actually, I keep forgetting Next Gen and all that. Sorry, it's just been so long. But still, Star Trek as a whole did this. And Doctor Who as a whole has done this since it started back in 63 in some way, shape, or form. But I love it when they come back to this, because some of your best episodes are things that you can relate to, that you've seen going on around you on your planet compared to what's going on in that show. So that right there stirs me up. I wonder what issues they are going to address. Okay, moving on. Steve Moffat defends the BBC. That's right. Doctor showrunner Steve Moffat is one of a number of Hollywood stars and TV professionals to write to the British Prime Minister in defense of the BBC. Now, the corporation is currently the subject of a review of its scope and purpose in the period leading up to its charter renewal in 2016. The new Conservative government has many members of Parliament who think the BBC does too much and should reduce in size, concentrating on public service output and ceasing to supply popular entertainment and drama. It's a view held by many of the BBC's commercial rivals. Now, the BBC is funded by a license fee of £145 per year, levied on all televisions in the United Kingdom. Now, last week, the corporation was told to take on the cost of supplying the free TV licenses to those who over 75, a move which will cost it over £500 million. Now, the government has appointed 8 people to work on the renewal of the BBC's Royal Charter, many of whom have previously called for the license fee to be cut and to consider charging for website output. Now, the Director General, Lord Hall, on Tuesday defended the BBC, saying the government must not meddle with the BBC's creative output, and that is one of this country's most precious assets. All right, let me stop right there. And the world, guys, the world. There are many, many television programs that I was exposed to, thankfully, because when I was a kid, we had one of the UHF stations that would show a lot of BBC programming late at night. And then, of course, later on, many years later, I was exposed to Doctor Who. And the thing is, the BBC's programming compared to some of the programming, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of stuff over here that's made that's pretty good. But, British commercial program, British entertainment, I mean, it got a life all its own. You can't just change that. You can't go back to the days of, well, we're just going to put out a channel with a 24-hour documentary about frickin' cheese. Or, yeah, how many people here have seen National Lampoon's European Vacation? I think it was cheese or something like that. But, I'm glad that, he's one of the ones stepping out and saying, hey, we can't let this happen. Don't do it. Don't mess with the BBC, man. Okay, and lastly for today, Doctor Who stars support Save the Arctic. Now, a new exhibition was opened up in London featuring stars from Doctor Who supporting the Greenpeace Save the Arctic campaign. And, of course, Peter Capaldi, David Tennant, John Hurt, and Jenna Coleman are just some of the 50 celebrities captured by award-winning photographer Andy Gotts in the Save the Arctic public photography exhibition. Now, the exhibition includes it features a collection of stars all wearing the Vivienne Westwood Save the Arctic T-shirt. It is situated in London Underground's Waterloo Station, where it takes over of the entire goodness gracious. The entire advertising space, along with escalators running up to the London HQ of the oil company Shell, which is due to start drilling in the Arctic this month, and which Greenpeace is starting to campaign against. Here's my problem. I agree with the message. I agree with the mission. But we're talking about a Greenpeace, an organization that while there was whaling going on in the Arctic, they were busy building a brand new $30 million office complex in Germany. So I'm kind of skeptical of Greenpeace these days. But I don't know. It's a good, it's a good mission. It's a good. I say it. I'm glad they're stepping up, saying, look, don't do this. But at the same time, I don't trust Greenpeace. I really don't. But that's my opinion. They're a worthy organization. They've done great things in the past. But come on. I don't trust any organization that's not for profit that suddenly has millions of dollars to throw around like mad. And most of it went to building a freaking office building in Germany when it should have been going out into the field, taking on the mission. But that's just me. But okay, if you're interested in checking these out, here's a bunch of them right here. Interesting stuff, fun stuff. Cool, all right. Well, sorry I ended on a political note, but that's just my opinion. Well, that's it for me, guys, for tonight. Remember, this weekend will be Daleks Invasion Earth 2150 AD, which was the second and last of the Peter Cushing movies. And then next week, we're going to be, more than likely, it's looking like it's a 99.9999995% probability. Me and some of the guys are going to sit down and have a little talk about Jurassic World. Okay, until next time, everyone have a good one. Take care. Ta-ta. Enjoy the rest of your night. Bye-bye.